If you're scared to take the changes, so you will be stuck in one place and others will overpass you. It is like a really like great to be here and privilege. So after like a pretty long time, like I see all you guys together, and I'm really excited. Um, about like 14 years ago, myself and Shane found Elegant Media. So at my home there in Melbourne. So we started to develop website for the trade people like plumbers and electricians. When the trend moved into mobile apps in 2011, we have taken over the mobile apps. So after 14 years, so we are the largest app developer in Australia. We operate businesses in Australia, New Zealand, and USA. Plus, we have got our development center in Sri Lanka. We don't have any customers, but we got our resources. We have got our talent here in Colombo. So, as a tech company and software company, so the innovation is our key. And plus, we are not just like a product based company, we are a service based company, which means we are really, really depend on our talent, which means the empowerment of our people is really key. If you ask me like what's Elegant Media is all about, it is 50% of innovation and 50% of empowerment to our talent. Because without you, we cannot achieve what we have achieved for last 14 years. Starting at a bedroom, so we have grown as the largest app developer in Australia and servicing many more clients, starting with the Australian Army, Australian Air Force, Australian Taxation Office, and multinational companies like Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Cummins, and thousands of entrepreneurs who has got their idea and they wanted to make the idea reality. And we have developed thousands of projects, thousands of apps. So more than handful of projects being gone to the next level where they really wanted to go. So, which is like how we got that happen because of the talent we have. And so we invest in our talent about innovating the skills and always using like the best tools possible and think out of the box and just doesn't something like a work at past. It doesn't mean like it's going to work in the future. So we always has to be adaptive enough and we have to be ready for the change management, try out new things, and then you might successful, and if you fail at a failure, you learn the lesson. So the innovation is lifeblood of Elegant Media, and the so we like modern day technology is what we're talking about AI. So the developers' time can cut down by 80% of time using the generative AI for their development. So you don't have to like do things from scratch. So nowadays, like when the resources are available, you got to use that. So example, like if someone like talking about the calculator is a tool like we have that for about 100 years. So when you have got the calculator, if you're thinking about do the counting or calculation without the calculator, you are stupid. If the tool is available, if the tool is free, then you better use it. If the tool is expensive, yes, you got to like think about, are we going to use the tool or are we going to use it manually? Like an example, like the pizza industry. So people like talking about like why still pizza made by hand? Because the main reason is if you use in a machine, it can be expensive because there's so much of customization. When you like feed the information into a pizza making machines, so there's a machines there, like don't get me wrong, but it is expensive. And the other example is barista, the coffee maker. About like 20 years ago, there's like a vending machine came for the coffee making. And people take over the machine and they started using like a machine made coffee. But after 10, 15, 20 years now, like pretty much in the developed nation, the coffee machine is kind of like a negligible. Because why people drink coffee? They drink coffee for the lifestyle. And So the machine made coffee like it doesn't fulfill that feeling. So if the machine can do like a functional work, like example, like the work you don't like, example, you don't like clean your house. So I'm sure like every one of us doesn't like clean your house. And I'm the same. So I don't clean nowadays and she cleaning. So same thing, like if you don't like to clean the house and you use the machines and you use a robot, you use a robot vacuum and you don't like your laundry. So you use a washing machine. You don't like dry your clothes. You use a cloth dryer. So things you don't like and things are functional and you must use the machine. So, but things are like which is need much more the creative stuff. You can use human brain. With the AI machine learning, so that's what going to be happening in the world. Because AI going to come to a level where it can think itself and simulate human brain. So then even the machine can think, machine can come up with the creative solutions. So at this stage, we haven't come to that level, but best to come yet in next 10, 15 years. And even I wonder like it can happen like in next 5 years time because the technology is like really advancing and really fast paced nowadays. Our collective journey. So at past, so we have started in Elegant Media in Sri Lanka with a one staff member. And so we had some subcontractors working together. So then we have like a come across with a small team, small development team. So which is about like 4 or 5 people. So then we grown to a level where we have got about 20 plus staff. We haven't had like that system like a small team environment because this small team environment is like a really groundbreaking. So it's not my idea. It's one of our tech leads idea. He came to a company meeting, says, look, so we manage like a 20 team members together. So which is impossible because you don't have like individual hands on for each team members. But why can't we have like a team size of like a 6 to 8? That's the idea came from military, like a special forces or commandos. They operate as small team because highly effective because everyone knows everyone's strengths, everyone knows everyone's weaknesses. And the leader of the team can communicate each other really well because the size is lower, size smaller, like under 8 people. So that's the reason like we have started with the small team environment in Sri Lanka. So we appoint a team lead who is managing the team plus who is reporting to the project manager. So which is work really, really fine. So I think that's a groundbreaking idea to operate like as a smaller team. So the larger companies, so like who has got thousands of staff, also nowadays operate as a smaller team like companies like Amazon. So they have got the small team environment. That team report to another team leader. So that's going in that hierarchy. So especially the project size, what we are doing is it's not like a bigger scale project. It's like a medium size or small size. You have to be like a very, very agile and need to be adaptive, need to responsive. So the small team is the best. And in Australia, like during like these times, like about like project management softwares. So when we have tried out like a lot of other softwares like Basecamp, Jira, none of fulfill our requirement because our requirements are very unique. And I'm sure like most of the companies, they like to operate the way they wanted, not the tool wanted. So we have developed our own tool for the project management Atlas, and we use another tool for the communication. So, and the team in Melbourne, so myself and Shane, so Shane is our CTO, so the co-founder and my high school friend. So we have created like a really great team over there in Melbourne. So some of our team members are staying with us more than 5 years. And so that's, and they grow with us. So someone just started just after the uni. So started as an intern. So, and we seen the talent and we seen the potential and they had the courage to grow. So they becoming the project administrators, and someone just becoming like a project manager, like managing the project team. And even the same thing with the other teams, so who started in scratch, and we give them the chance, and we give them the courage, and we motivate, and we encourage people to grow. So that is like a really key in Melbourne. And the collaborative teamwork is very important. Like reflecting on our past success, let's use the lesson learned to people us forward. The teamwork. So that's like a really good subject. Like um, it is not possible for you to have like the people you like to work always. So I should say sometimes you have to work for a common goal that people you don't really like to hang out with. Even I had the personal experience. So even I'm a CEO, I shouldn't say this, but not everyone I can hang out. Not everyone I can be happy about, like I can be friendly about. So I can be friend with some people, most people, but there are some people personally you don't feel like to hang around with them, but that's normal. So especially in parenting in Sri Lanka, so our parents teach us like always hang out with the best people. And if someone like not really great, and if their behavior is bad, they said, don't go with them, and just like don't sit next to him at school. So that's normal. But that's wrong. In society or at work, you have to work with someone you don't like. If you have people who you like, that's a privilege. You will enjoy your work and you don't have to put extra effort. But it's not the case always. You have a common goal, you have a project to complete, but you can't really say, okay, I don't like his attitude, he doesn't work well, he has this thing, that thing, and we don't want to continue the project. I think that experience you can gain at the university, because a lot of projects nowadays team projects. So you have to identify people's strength and people's weaknesses. Just don't really focus on their weaknesses, because if you are a team member within a team, you can't turn their weaknesses into a strength. Focus on their strengths. Focus on the positives. If like someone you are working, if they're doing 8 out of 10 wrong thing, there's two things they are doing really good. Use that for your team strengths. So, as I said, I really enjoy like people I like, and why you are like get up every morning and come to work, because you have to be like about the people who you work. So, but same time, it's not guaranteed. So when you selecting your team members, so you have to like don't really. I made a mistake at past. I always like select people who I like. Sometimes like it is affecting on our performances, because when you select in the team, you have to select the team based on your purpose. It's not like who you like. And when the like time goes, everyone will be adaptive. Like someone you don't like at the beginning of the team assignment, so maybe at the end they will become your friends. Embracing changes. Change is inevitable. Let's embrace it as an opportunity for growth and innovation, staying agile and flexible in the face of evolving technologies and trends. Uh, Changes are like a part of the life. So the companies change, peoples change, countries are change, world is change. So the way you are doing things at past is not the way to move forward. You have to take the positives and you have to learn the lesson from negatives and move forward with the new things. Like like we all like don't really like for the changes. We like to be in the comfortable environment at work as well as in the life. If you scared to take the changes, so you will be stuck in one place and others will overpass you. So when the new technologies comes in Elegant Media, especially our CTO like to take that technologies on board. Like an example, ChatGPT is available since last year. And if you still writing contents by our own, we are stupid. Tool is available. And if we don't use it, our competitors is going to use it. So to be the leader in the industry, so you have to take the new technology at the first place. And when you take in over things first place, so then it's all about you grow with it and you try to dominate. So example, but I feel like when the COVID hit, so we introduced like a work from home and everyone happy about it. And same time when I'm not talking about you guys, others in the outside of our company, when asking to come to office, they don't like it because that's a change. So the first change is more comfortable. When the change is comfortable, people are taking that straight away. When the change is discomfort, so they don't take it. And the discomfort changes make you better because the human are built to be survive. So the humankind is not to be like a growth or change. If you stuck in an island, if you wanted to survive, you have to burn your boat. If you have the boat, your mind says, I got the boat. I can go out anytime. I don't want to survive here. So jump to the water, jump to the island and think about go outside of your comfort zone. If you are stay in your comfort zone, the people will overpass you. You're never going to be grow. As a human, you have to think about every day, how can I be better person than yesterday? And what I have learned from my failures at past? And how can I use my strength for future? Our people are our greatest asset. Let's invest in their development and empower them to reach their full potential, ensuring our company's success for years to come. As I said, the talent is our 50% of Elegant Media. So we are investing heavily in development of our talent. Frankly, training is the part of that plan to train. And we have got a position called training lead. Why we have got the training leads are to make sure the people below them is reached to the level even they haven't reached. So we bought the training tool. The training tools are available and the training materials are available. We got the training lead for each department. We got the tech leads. And more importantly, we have got the best internship program in the country. So the intern who come out of uni, so they came from that academic environment where things are running nice and smooth. There's no room for the failure. And there's a huge gap when it comes to work. So there are always things are at a fail and things are not driving in smooth enough. Always the problems. If you got a project deadline to be delivered on 2 weeks time, believe me, something will happen at last day. So you have to take that challenge, how to overcome with the challenges. And that's why we have got this very, very, very stabilized internship program. First month, you are really on theory. So the second month, we introduce a buddy program. So there's a mentor you have got. Your mentor can be a lifelong mentor for you. and so he or she help you for you to like reach next level. And so from third month onward, you will work on the real-time project. So that experience you cannot go anywhere. So, and also this customer-centric focus is, um, you might work in Point Pedro here, or you might work in Badulla, you might work from east side of Sri Lanka, Batiklo, but your impact is, your effort going to have like a big impact on the other end. If we are working on like a healthcare app, so we have work at past, I'm sure like there's some of that similar projects we are working on now. So that helping to save lives. So the customer is really key. The customer has a purpose. We have to deliver that no matter what we are doing, because the customer is came to Elegant Media with the trust. So we're going to deliver the results. So I'm sure like you put in your 100% effort into your project, and you make sure like you are fulfill the customer's need. So that is has to think about like out of the box and what's the impact you're going to create at the other end. And also like another thing I like to point out here. So um, the the tech industry is um, going bit of um, backward in last year, because like before COVID it is really booming, and during COVID it was accelerate, and most of the companies they overhired, and they have laid off like a 5%, 10% of staff. I'm talking about large tech giant like Microsoft, Google, Meta, Amazon, and that impact happened to the smaller organization as well. So they lay over their staff like during last year and this year as well. But I'm really proud to say like in Elegant Media, we haven't lay over any staff, and we are growing, and the growth has been slowed down a bit at the end of last year. But I can say now things are started to move in really well. So moving forward, like we have hold our hiring at the end of last year, but we are restarted now. We need more software engineers in Sri Lanka, especially like areas like Flutter. So thanks a lot for your time here today, and so really excited what will happen like throughout the day.